Look, we've all been there. We've all seen a girl that we absolutely find attractive, but yet we don't have the balls to go up and talk to her. And we spend our time contemplating, should I go up to her? What shall I say? How do I talk to her? What if she says no? What if she looks at me like I'm an idiot? Meantime, while you're doing that, your window is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. And it might be that she walks away and you never see her again and you've missed your opportunity. And it might be that some other guys just got there first and beat you to it, because you didn't have the confidence in yourself to go up there and approach her. But here on the Mediocre Mind Trap, what if I could give you that? So then you'll never miss that opportunity again. Because if you want to know how girls really want you to talk to them, then watch this. So welcome back to the Mediocre Mind Trap. I'm glad that you're here today, because by the end of this video, you will know how to speak to women. And for the women that follow me, because I know there's a few, if you agree with everything that I say in this video, please leave a comment. And also the other way, if you're following me and you don't agree with it, leave me a comment. Let me know. But I'm 100% sure that you're going to agree with me, because it's worked for me, it works for other people, and it's backed up by real data. I've asked people. So a lot of people don't believe that I weren't able to talk to women when I was younger. I just could never talk to girls. It was just one of these things. Like, I had no confidence in myself because I was a skinny, scrawny guy. And I was more of an introvert. Yeah, I thought I was quite good looking, but that doesn't mean nothing in terms of talking to them. I would never have the confidence to just walk up. Like I said in my intro, there's been countless opportunities that I've missed where I've seen a girl like, wow, she's amazing. I'm going to go talk to her. And I can't even pluck up the courage to go and have a conversation with her. And it happened mostly on nights out. And by the end of the night, she'll be snogging someone else's face off. And there's me regretting not talking to her. This used to happen a lot. I always used to be the guy that stared at girls, thinking in my head what it'd be like to go talk to her, rather than actually going to do it. So if you were like how I was, then this will greatly benefit you. But if you are a ladies' man, maybe this will help improve you too. So we've all heard the expression, fortune favours the bold. And in my life that I've lived, I could tell you that it's absolutely true. I've missed so many opportunities with girls, with work, with traveling the world, because I didn't have that courage in me to do the things I needed to do. I lived in fantasy world instead, letting imagination take over rather than in reality. You got to think, on this channel, I always tell you these stoic quotes. And this one I've said before, but I'll tell you again. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Realize this and you will find strength. Most of us are scared to approach a girl because we're scared of rejection. Now, have you ever been in that situation where you've done something and you think it's really, really bad? I remember as a kid, and this is going to sound really bad, but to me it was a big deal when I was like 6. I got chewing gum stuck in my hair. Now, I was so scared to approach my mum and dad because I thought they were going to shout at me and go mental. After hours upstairs, panicking, crying, being a little bitch about it, my mum comes up and she sees it. Why didn't you come down? We can just cut it off, it's fine. A little strange, but prime example of over-exaggerating the outcome. And I promise you, it's the same with girls. You need to rewire how you think, because you don't want to suffer in imagination. And I'd argue even in worst case scenario, she does reject you, it's better to suffer in reality, because at least you know that it's real. At least you know the outcome, rather than never actually having the balls to go up to her and never knowing the outcome. Because if you do something, it's final. If you imagine that you do it, your possibilities are endless. You could come up with a million scenarios. Instead of this, what you want to do, you want to build up a tolerance to rejection. Look, let's be honest. It's not the end of the world if a girl says no, or she doesn't want to speak to you. That's just one girl out of millions on this planet. Again, hitting you with many quotes, but there's plenty more fish in the sea. And it's so true. But you're not going to hook them if you're shy, are you? You want to reevaluate the bait, and you want to throw that line back out and see what else comes. Build up that tolerance, because what works for one girl may not work for the next. Regret hurts more than rejection. Actually going up to that person, talking and getting rejected is far better than regretting not talking to her at all, because at least you know where you stand. And trust me, most of the time, you're not going to get rejected. They're just going to turn around and be like, oh, sorry, I've got a boyfriend. Now, that's not being rejected. That's them being faithful to their boyfriend. And that's probably the best training you can have, going up to girls who have boyfriends. Have you ever had it where the girl that you like goes with a guy and you think he's an absolute mong, and you're like, how the hell did he land her? Well, he literally did what you couldn't do. That's how he got her. That should wake you up inside. That should make you think, next time I'm not going to hang around, I'm going to jump right in there. I'm going to speak to this girl. I'm going to be courageous. I'm going to be confident. Now we've spoke about rejection, but what happens when they actually like you and start talking back to you? How do you talk to them? I feel like most people would ask questions. How are you? How old are you? What are you doing here? What do you like? Am I your type? Now I feel like asking questions is good, but not right at the start. The only question you should be asking is, what's your name? Again, like I said, how to get girls video, you ask for her name. She gives you her name. If she doesn't ask for your name, she's not into you. It's a great way of knowing if you're wasting your time or not. But say it all goes well, she asks for your name, you give it to her, you both say nice to meet you. Where'd you go from there? You want to make her laugh. You want to kind of tease her. You don't want to be cocky or seem overconfident. You want that right balance. You want to jokingly make her laugh in the conversation that you're having. This greatly boosts the flow of the conversation that you're having, and it makes it fun and interesting. Rather than answering a million questions, what are your hobbies? What do you like to do? Not yet. That's what a date is for. You want to keep it light-hearted, fun and flirty still. Back in the day, as soon as I started doing this, I started to get more and more attention from girls. That old shy Marcus was gone. And even if I didn't find the girls attractive or not, I'd still have a conversation with them, keep it light-hearted and jokey. The girl that you walk up to and try and speak to could have had 3 other guys come up to her, and they'll do the same boring linear thing, the dull conversation where they're like, hi, how are you? What are you doing here? What are you up to? What do you do? And you come in with this presence of being fun, light-hearted and jokey. She's going to pick you every time, mate. 100%. As well as joking around and teasing her and using playful banter, you want to slip in an element of ambition there. Girls like a guy who's ambitious. They want to know that he's got something about him, that he's not just a lazy bastard. No, they want a guy who's kind of active and fun. They don't want a dull guy. As well as that, like I said, confidence. You got to show that you're confident. And half the battle is won when you walk up to her. But don't forget our posture. You don't want to be like this. You want to be open and relaxed. But please do not get confidence confused with being a smug asshole, because it will not work. You'll scare them away. They'll think you're a tit. You want to still be down to earth. Don't be negative. You don't want to be speaking about negative things. That just puts shade on the whole conversation. If she says something negative, you can answer to it, but don't be the one who brings out negative chat. You're supposed to be vibing with this girl. Do you really want to be talking negatively with her? You can talk about yourself, but keep it 80-20. You want to know 80% about her, or she only knows 20% of you. And that's purely to keep it fun and mysterious. You don't want to be blurting out everything all in one. And yet again, like I said before in a video, don't talk about your PS5 or your Xbox or how much cryptocurrency you've got. Talk about your surroundings you're in. Talk about dreams. Talk about what you want in a woman, what you want in a relationship. You want to make a nice impression, but not too nice. You don't want a girl to think, oh, I'm going to walk all over this guy. You want to make a strong, lasting impression. Be playful, have banter, upbeat conversations. Make her laugh. You'll hear a million girls go, if a guy can make me laugh, he's already there. You will have a better success rate, I promise you. You just need courage. You just need to get out of your head, and you just need to put yourself in difficult positions. Because if you put yourself in difficult positions, you will benefit greatly. You are not going to get growth just staying where you are. We have to flex the muscles of our minds. We have to become something more. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope I've helped you out. So what are you waiting for? Go out there and find girls. Come on. What are you still doing here? Go. Take care, my stoic Viking. Have a good one.